Okay, now guys, we are going to make a review about mother verbs. Okay, so do you remember mother verbs? The normal mother verbs? Yes, no, kind of, so far so good. Mother verbs. Okay, very good. But I'm talking about the normal mother verbs. Okay, very good. So let's start with the normal mother verbs. Okay. So the first one is we can say should. What else? Must, may, might, okay, would,
Who?
could, okay, up to, so is here, up to, up to, just those. Can, yes, could. It is can or it is could. I think just those, right? Okay, very good. Okay, should, have to, and must are similar. Okay, so why are they similar? Okay, because these three motor verbs are used about what? Can you tell me how do we use those motor verbs? Any idea? If I say I must stop smoking. Okay, I have to do my homework. Okay, I should get on a diet. And no. So what is the use of those
I
motor verbs?
think
Can you repeat again, please? Can you repeat again, Mauri?
I think that should, have to, and must. This is an order.
Okay, yes. But these motor verbs are used to talk about should, advices, or recommendations. Okay, have to is used to talk about obligations. Okay, obligations. Obligations. And must, strong obligations, and prohibitions. Okay, advices or recommendations, obligations, and strong obligations and prohibitions. Okay, that is the use of should, have, to, and must. That's why they are together. If you notice, when you were saying me those other words, I try to put it together, right? Okay. Now, what about may and might? Hello, what about may, might, would, and could? can say that they can be together, okay? They can be in the same group. But only may and might are used to talk about possibilities. Possibilities. Okay? Talk about possibilities. Would for imaginary situations or real situations, let's say, and could. Could is used for okay, abilities without H. Abilities. Okay. Abilities or possibilities in the past. Okay, that's why they are together. Okay, so make in mind possibilities. What is stronger of possibilities? Make. What is the less possibilities that you can for you to speak? You can say might. Might is used, for example, when you don't know if something happened. Okay. May, for example, is used when you want to say, okay, I'm not sure, but I think Paola may come today. Okay, that's a possibility. Okay, it's not at a 100%, but it's a 70%. Okay, it might is like a 40% probability that something is going to happen. Okay, so possibility or probabilities. Okay, possibility or probabilities. Okay. Possibilities or probabilities. And good or abilities or possibilities. But in this case, when you are sure that something is going to happen or something happened in the past. Okay? Okay. Questions? So, what is the meaning of should in Spanish? What is the meaning of should? Should. Hmm? Okay. Debería, pero ¿para qué? Pero para advices. ¿Qué es un advice? Advice is, for example, how old are you? 20? 17. Okay. So, Catherine, you shouldn't have boyfriend. Why? Because you have to study at the university. Yeah, but if you want to have a boyfriend, you are going to have it. Right? Should, advices, consejos. Okay? Recommendations. Have to, obligations. Obligations. For example, you can say, okay, Christopher, you have to go for the tortillas right now. Okay, mom, wait 5 minutes. 5 minutes turning into 1 hour. No, mom, I'm playing Free Fire right now. Okay, but remember that you have to. Yes, I will. Okay, must, strong obligations and prohibitions. Example, your boss Okay, Juan Carlos, you have to clean, you must clean this part. Why? Because doctors were here, so you must clean everything. Okay. Prohibitions. Okay, please, you mustn't park your car here. Why? Because here it says mustn't. Okay. May, might, would, could. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Now, how can I use these moral verbs? What in the present perfect? We can use these moral verbs when you want to express something else, something that could have happened in the past. Pudo haber pasado en el pasado, okay? So in this case, just the formula you remember is moral verbs plus have, that is the perfect time, plus the verb in the past participle. Okay? So that's why in this case we have. In this case we have see, should have plus past participle verb. Okay, past participle verb. We have must, we can say must or have to. Okay, must have plus verb in past participle. May plus have plus past participle. Might could. In this case, we don't use can, we use could. Okay. And could. Could have plus verb plus past. Everybody? Okay, so should have, for example, if I say, let's use another word. Example, if I say should have studied. Should have studied. Yo debí de haber estudiado. O debía de haber estudiado. Okay? Right? I should have seen the videos. Okay? Okay, should have studied. That's an example, right? So if you notice here, verbs, the verb is in the past participle, not in simple past, okay? I should have studied. Must. I must have finished. Yo debí haber terminado mi tarea. Okay. Next, I might have gone to your birthday. So guys, some of these modal verbs are used when you want to say something for you to regret about it. Okay. I might have gone. Yo pude haber ido a tu fiesta, a tu cumpleaños. I may have gone. I might have taken computer classes. Yo podría o yo pude, ok. Yo podría haber tomado. Ok, could. I could have drunk a cup of coffee today. Okay, would have. I would have traveled to Guatemala. Yo habría viajado a Guatemala. When? I don't know. Okay, so today we're going to do some speaking activities. Okay, we're going to try to give our point of view. Okay. Any question about it? No? Hello, good morning. Okay, so now I invite you to review the presentations, okay? Yes? Second conditional, third conditional, because remember that today is the final exam. Of course, that's why if you haven't read, let me see. No, I didn't say it. Okay. Vaya, para que no hayan confusiones o algo, Hoy terminamos el mes de noviembre. Teacher, pero hace falta un fin de semana. Quiero ver. Sí, hace falta un fin de semana, pero vamos a finalizar hoy, sábado 20, porque no va a querer usted venir 24, ¿verdad? A clase. Of course not, right? Okay. So, that's why, ay, 25, imagínense. Imagínense. Qué barbaridad. Okay, so that's why we are going to start December on the Saturday 27th para que se cumplan los 4 fines de semana de clase. Ahora, ¿cuándo vamos a salir de clase? En su caso, va a salir de clases, vaya, vamos a tener 27, 4, 11 y 18. O sea que el 18 se ya va a quedar de vacaciones. Se va a venir aquí el sábado 18. Va a venir aquí el sábado 18. Va a recibir su clase presencial, examen final. Y de ahí nos vamos a quedar, bueno, ustedes se van a quedar de vacaciones hasta posiblemente el fin de semana que es enero 8. El 8 de enero, ¿ok? De igual manera, teacher, mire, pero es que este grupo ya no, me voy a salir. De preferencia en el grupo, bueno, el próximo mes, no se vaya a salir del grupo, porque en ese grupo le van a estar mandando lo que son como los inicios de clase y todo lo demás, ¿verdad? Entonces ya después que comience clases otra vez, ahí sí ya sale o hace lo que quiere, ¿verdad? Ok. Bye. Entonces, ¿queda clara esa parte? Bye. Entonces, quiere decir que el próximo mes vamos a comenzar clases el día 20, ¿cuánto le dije? Gracias, 27. Bye, 27. ¿Ok? Entonces, hoy hay examen final, es oral. Ay, teacher, qué barbaridad, ya vi, ya lo asusté. No, es examen, ¿ok? Vaya, porque es examen escrito, bueno, pues algunos han faltado, otros no. Entonces no sería como a la balanza, ¿verdad? Entonces, para no perjudicarlos a ustedes también, que no han visto clases, ¿ok? ¿Sí? Se iba a ser castigado, ¿eh? ¿Ok? Entonces, el examen va a ser oral. Le voy a mandar siempre lo que es el enlace para que usted lo realice, ¿ok? So, any question about this? No? Okay. Go ahead. Let's continue. Okay, let's start. We're going to start with some questions, okay? So, first of all, yesterday. Okay, first of all, what did you do yesterday? What did you eat for lunch? What time did you go to bed yesterday and why? What have you done recently? And what do you think people should have done before COVID-19 attacked them? Oh my gosh. Okay, number one, what did you do yesterday? What did you do yesterday?
The answer is past or
Identify. No, listen. Identify the sentence. Which verb tense do you think it is? ¿Cuál tiempo verbal crees que es?
The
Present,
past.
past, future?
past
Why?
because
Because we use did, of course. Right? Okay, so it's in past. What did you do yesterday?
in the day
From 7 a.m.
from 7 a.m. at 4
to
p.m. to 4 p.m. and oh my God.
Hasta.
From 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I did my homework.
Really? 2 pages. Just 2 pages. Continue.
And also, I drank coffee. Very freaky.
Are two or three? No.
Very free.
At 3:30.
3 yeah. And
Okay. Chupaneado, no?
no.
Why not? It's delicious. I love do that when I drink coffee or milk. But I told you when because I don't often drink coffee.
Because my dog
What?
study
Because your boss was
us and
looking at me.
looking at me. And
At 4, at the 4, no, at 4.
at 4 p.m. I
Arrived
arrived
to my house.
to my house.
Okay, and then what did you do?
Then
I was,
say
no, past. I,
I
no. What is the past of take? No.
No.
Oh my gosh. Take is an irregular verb. What is the past of take? Took.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I took my pen
Okay.
and
I saw.
I saw video.
You saw videos on YouTube instead of seeing your classes.
No.
I'm kidding. Okay, only that. And what time did you go to bed? I went to bed at 9 p.m. Too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday I went to bed around 9:30 or 10, I think. I usually sleep at 11. Yeah, but yesterday I don't know what happened to me yesterday. Anyway, okay, Daisy, what did you do yesterday? Yeah, sometimes I forget too. I forget what I have done. Woke up.
I woke up at 8 a.m.
Okay.
When I eat that,
Okay. Breakfast? No. Okay.
after that, I went to my boyfriend's home.
House.
I did my homework. I ate dinner. And then I took a shower. Again.
Okay.
I saw the movie. Nice movie.
And you slept. Slept. Yes, slept. Okay, good. What movie did you see yesterday? Sorry? You forgot it. Okay.
Once a day, but watch a horror movie.
Horror movie at night. Okay. Yeah, I don't see in my case, I don't watch movies that are horror or thriller or bloody movies because then I'm sleepy with those things. I'm some sensitive. That's why. Okay, in my case, I can't because imagine a couple of a couple of days ago, I remember that I was watching RoboCop 1. So that's a nice movie. I like it. But at night I was dreaming with that. And imagine that I saw the movie at noon. So I don't know. So that's why I prefer not to watch those kind of movies because I'm so sensitive. Anyway, that's myself. Okay, so let's see. Mr. Mauri, what did you do yesterday? We want to hear you.
Hi. So yesterday I got to the bed around 1 a.m. because my sister needed that I help her with a task with the college.
What else?
And the rest of the day I work in my work. Yeah.
I work.
I worked in my work.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
you work at home.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yesterday.
okay. What else?
Um, I don't know
You don't know?
because I start work at 7 p.m. and I finish 5 p.m. After that, I go to my house around 6 p.m. and dinner with my family. Maybe was a little time series on Netflix. After that, I help my sister with the task.
Okay. Okay. So verbs in past, Mauri. Worked,
Yeah. Work.
started, finished, went, had, watched. Okay. Watched. So guys, we have to practice simple past. Okay. No, believe me, we have to practice because sometimes we forget how to use. Teacher, but how can I identify verbs, regulars and irregulars? Memorize. That's the only thing. Yes. And the rules were the same. Memorize how to use the rules. Teacher, how can I say work in past? Worked with T. Why? Because it finished with a sound K. Okay. Teacher, but how can I pronounce start in past? Started, but why? Because it sounds like T or D. Started. The same like decide, decided. Why? Because it sounds at the end with D. Okay. The same with watched. Okay. Good. Catherine, what about you?
Then
Took.
after that, breakfast, around
Yes, right. So you were doing that. Studied.
In the afternoon, talking,
I talked.
talked with my mom.
Okay.
In the night, I saw myself.
Check, because so is like, okay. It's the same like when you say, okay, mírame la tortilla. Okay. Ese depende de la tortilla. Si ves que se están quemando, pues darle vuelta, ¿verdad? But now we say, hey, mírame la tortilla. Okay. We are Salvadorians, right? Nos entendemos, okay? Ajá. Checked. Yes, checked. Y eso es para todos. Checked. Por ejemplo, estás en el teléfono, ok, pero yo puedo decir, yo veo mi teléfono, pero ver solo, ok, mi teléfono. Ok, pero ya si quiere decir que usted es en el teléfono for a long time or for a short time, I check my cell phone. What do you check? My social networks, my calls, my my inbox, my email, okay, check, okay. Have dinner, had dinner, okay, good. Christopher.
Breakfast.
Yeah, because dinner is like, oh my gosh, from Monday to through, okay.
And also I took a shower and cleaned my house. And in the afternoon, I talked to lunch.
Yes, right. So you are going to graduate from school, right? Elementary school, right? Okay.
And I did the homework. So in the, I went to the
Okay.
night. I played with some friends.
You play
Yeah,
with some video games or okay, video games.
went to bed, but I can't sleep.
I couldn't. Mhm.
Because that I watched One Piece all night.
Okay. And remember that is dangerous for you. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, yesterday I did a lot of things. First of all, I remember that I woke up around 5 p.m. Then I took a shower. I prepared my things to go to work. And then I arrived at work. I had breakfast here at CDS. And then I started working from 8 to 12, to 12 noon. Then I returned to my house. I made lunch. Then I watched a series with my brother because he loves watching series on Netflix. After that, I listened some music on my cell phone, and then at night I remember that I made dinner. After that, I fed my dog, my big dog, and then I did the dishes and I went to sleep around 9:30, and that's it. Okay. Number 2, what did you eat for dinner? For dinner yesterday, I ate rice with salad, with let's see, rice, salad, and spaghetti. I love spaghetti. Okay, so what about you? What did you eat for lunch? I ate I forgot it. It's like fried. Fried salteado, ¿verdad? You can say fried if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Es verdura salteada. That's delicious. I don't like it, but it's delicious. Let me check it out. It is sorted. Pero hay otra que es igual que esta. Sorted. Sorted vegetables. Beans. Beans. Meat. Meat. Carne. Tortillas. Only that. So vegetables with vegetables with vegetables. Very healthy. Soda. Tamarindo juice. Tamarindo juice. Okay. Good. Lisa. With tortilla. How many tortillas do you eat? Only one. In my brother eats around 5 tortillas. And I'm talking about tortillas like this and like this. Imagine that every single day we have to buy around $2 of tortillas because of him. My grandfather usually eats 3 tortillas. I usually eat 1 tortilla or 2, depends on depending on the food. Okay, but my brother, if he eats food with sauce, tomato sauce, he eats around 5 or 6. Yeah, because he's big. He's huge. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but he's taller than me. And he's taller than me. And he is like, I don't know, like you, but taller. Okay. So chicken. Okay, fried with sauce. The same. Sorry. Okay. Eggs. Tortillas. Just eggs and tortillas. Fried, boiled, scrambled, fried. Okay. Lunch. And how many tortillas did you eat? Just bread, teacher. Just 1 tortilla. Okay. Delicious. With beef. Oh my gosh. Yeah, beef. Beef. Delicious with vegetables, with corn. Oh, delicious. You drink some. Why not? If you are eating beef. Of course. Popcorn. For the movie, right? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, Mauri, what about you?
Hi. Yesterday I eat for lunch chicken with. I ate for lunch chicken with mushroom and a
Eh,
salad
okay.
with green apple, cheese, cilantro, and avocado.
Okay. Bien gourmet.
Because I like it the salad.
Yeah, I know. You are a
Yeah,
fitness person. Yes,
I try to be.
you try to be. I try to be, pero me ganan las ganas de comer. That's why. Yeah, eating is a delicious part of humans. Okay, what time did you go to bed yesterday and why?
Because I
Because I was sleeping or I wanted to sleep? Wanted.
wanted to sleep and
Or you can say I was tired.
I went to bed again because
You was tired. Ok. Más que cansado. ¿Cómo digo más que cansado? Exhausted. Exhausted. Oh my gosh, teacher. Ando que ahorita me ando derritiendo. I'm melting. Okay, I'm melting. So, I'm exhausted. Exhausted. Me siento demasiado cansado, bajo de energías. Okay. Exhausted. Okay. Mauri, what about you? What time did you go to bed yesterday?
Yesterday
Yes.
I went to bed around 1 a.m.
Why?
because I helped to my sister with a task for the college.
Okay. Okay, so you had to wait to your sister, for your sister.
Yeah,
Okay, good. Mr. in black. Yes. 11:40. Okay. Why? You couldn't. I couldn't sleep. Okay. Daisy. What time did you go to bed and why? Why? Yes, but we're talking about yesterday. Yesterday. Uh-huh. I went to my bed 11. I fall asleep. And you didn't feel the time. Okay, okay. Good. Midnight. Midnight. I prepared Oh, really? So you are going, but you is high school graduations, right? Okay. Únete a la fiesta. Okay. Good. In my case, yesterday I went to bed at 9:30 because first of all, I was tired, and then because I knew that I had to work today, all day. So that's why. Okay. Now let's discuss the last question. Okay. What do you think people should have done before COVID-19 attacked them? In my case, I was not sick about COVID-19, but my grandmother was sick. My mother got sick with COVID-19. And what I think I should have done last year was that I should have taken care of me and my family. Besides that, I should have I shouldn't have visited all my families or all my friends during the pandemic. And also when I arrived from other sites, other places, I should have taken a shower and washed my hands properly. Okay, now what do you think? What do you think? I'm talking about people that that COVID-19 attacked them. For example, it doesn't matter if it is one of your relatives or in general. So in general, so what do you think? Tell me at least one or two ideas. Okay. First, Mr. JC.
In my case, if my family
Your family wasn't sick.
wasn't sick.
Your family, okay, but I'm talking about in general. So people that right now is sick with COVID-19 or in the past, like in the own pandemic.
Okay, in this moment, the people think I have the vaccine, I don't
Need
I don't need face mask, and I got normal.
Okay, yeah, but what do you think people should have done? People debió haber hecho o debería de haber hecho.
When
Announced
when announced the sick, the people
the illness. La enfermedad, illness. Enfermedad se llama illness.
people should have
In that moment,
need
people should have needed. Sigue la regla. Should have, verbo pasado participio. Ajá.
should have needed face mask.
A face mask.
Face mask and apply
Alcohol.
alcohol and social distance.
And taken social distance.
Taking social distance, but the people in the bus, two people for a seat,
Seat.
for a seat, and in occasional in the bus.
What?
Iban, bueno,
Depende. ¿Y van a dónde?
iban parados.
The people is standing.
The people is stand.
Stand, stood, no. Stood. Stood.
People stood. Or in occasional 20.
20 people that is stood
Stood.
on buses.
Yeah.
Okay. So buses right now are crowded up people. Yes. Full of people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, COVID, it doesn't matter, right? That's why we have to take care of ourselves. Okay. Opinion. Okay, but when do they have to take a shower? Okay, in the beginning of, at the beginning of the pandemic, okay, people should have taken a shower. Yeah, but when do they have to take a shower? I mean, I know that I have to take a shower, but why? Before they go out, no. After they come back house. Yes, right, because I'm in the street, I meet a lot of people, etc. Right? You don't know if he has the virus or you, I don't know, right? But that's a recommendation, right? Okay, what else? Catherine. Good. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good recommendation. Uh-huh.
They should have, they should keep the distance,
They should have taken the distance.
taken the distance. What is necessary? Go out,
To go out.
go out, they should stay at home.
They should have
They
stayed.
should have stay at home. And they should have bring some vitamins. to
Okay.
Take defense,
The like defenses.
defense, and the best mask.
That one. In my case, I can use that. I can wear that, but I'm talking a lot, so I can't use that because that's annoying for me. Mhm.
And they should have used alcohol every time
Exactly.
and wash the hands.
Okay. Okay, washed their hands. Okay. Mauri, what do you think? The last question.
About what I think people should have done. Okay. I think that people should have taking care of yourself more, and they should have using alcohol after taking the bus or the other people, and I they should have gotten away from other people that not on your family, and and they should have cleaned very well their hands.
Okay. Okay, yes, right. So what you say it's true, true. I think you say everything all right. Okay. First of all, we have to take care of ourselves. Why? Because if you don't take off yourself, nobody's going to do it. Okay. Besides that, teacher, I have the 2 vaccines. Vacunas. Vaccines. Teacher, I have the 2 vaccines about COVID-19. Of course, but it doesn't mean that you are not going to have the virus, that you are not going to get the virus. Okay, so people nowadays think that just because they got the vaccines, they are not going to get the virus, and that's completely wrong. Okay, because in my neighborhood, a lot of people is walking around without masks, and that's a big mistake. Okay. Also, we have to clean our chest when we come back home. We have to wash our hands. Okay. De preferencia, andar siempre con algo, ¿verdad? Que lo cubra todo. Okay. Teacher, but it's hot. Okay. But what do you prefer? Prevent your health? Or exactly, or getting ill. Yes. So be careful, right? Okay. Good, very good. So now let's continue. So we're going to start with the listening. Okay, vamos a comenzar con el listening. So that's why I need you to open your book. So this day we're going to start practicing with your book. So take out your book because we're going to practice with it. Okay, so open your book on page number 41. Yes, I'm going to get the book here. It is book 3B. Okay, so we are going to practice with the listening, okay? So this listening is about daily schedule, okay? So are you ready for you to listen? Yes? Kind of? Okay, very good. So it says listening daily schedule, okay. First of all, I need you to listen to the audio, okay? Then we are going to try to fill the blank spaces, the blank, okay? And then just we're going to check out. Okay, let's start.
So, what's your usual day like? You always seem so busy.
Well, I usually get up around 5 a.m. and work on the computer until 6.
Why do you get up so early?
Well, I have to leave home at 20 to 7 so I can catch a bus at 7 o'clock. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk to the bus stop from my house.
And what time do you get to work?
My bus takes about an hour to get there, but it stops right in front of my office.
That's nice. And what time do you get off work?
Around 5 o'clock. Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 or so.
So when do you work on your website? You said one time that you create it at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk until 10 o'clock. She then often reads while I work on my site, and I sometimes stay up until the early hours in the morning, but I try to finish everything by 1 or 2.
And then you get up at 5 a.m.?
Well, yeah, but it's important to live a balanced life. I enjoy what I do, but you have to set aside time for family and yourself.
I agree.
But I think my wife has the toughest job. She spends her whole day taking care of the family, taking the kids to school, working in the garden, buying groceries, taking the kids to piano lessons.
Wow.
That's a full-time job, but she enjoys what she does.
Well, it sounds like you're a busy but lucky man.
I think so too.
Okay, good. So they speak faster, right? They speak fast. So we're going to go part by part right now, okay? So let's start. Pay attention.
So, what's your usual day like? You always seem so busy.
Well, I usually get up around 5 a.m.
Very good. I usually get up around 5 a.m. and work on the computer until 6 a.m. Okay, now let's go with the second one. Why do you get up so early?
and work on the computer until 6.
Why do you get up so early?
Well, I have to leave home at 20 to 7 so I can catch a bus at 7 o'clock. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk to the bus stop from my house.
So, what's your usual day like?
Okay, where I have to?
Leave.
I have to
Leave.
leave. Very good. I have to leave home. I have to leave home, and I have then I can catch a bus at 7. Okay. Okay, from my house. Then it says, and at what time do you go to work? On my bus, an hour to get there. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue.
Always seem so busy.
Well, I usually get up around 5 a.m. and work on the computer until 6.
Why do you get up so early?
Well, I have to leave home at 20 to 7 so I can catch a bus at 7 o'clock. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk to the bus stop from my house.
And what time do you get to work?
My bus takes about an hour to get there, but it stops right in front of my office.
That's nice. And what time do you get off work?
Around 5 o'clock. Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 or so.
So when do you...
Okay, and at what time do you get to work? On my bus takes. My bus takes. Okay. My bus takes about an hour to get there, but it stops right in front of my office. Okay. That's nice. And what time do you get off work? What time do you get off work? Oh, 5 o'clock. Then
Around.
dinner. So number 5. Oh, my that's nice. And what time do you get off work? You didn't? Okay. Mauri, yes, right? Okay. Let's start again.
Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 or so.
So when do you work on your website? You said one time that you create it at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or
Sorry. Bye. Vamos con eso.
That's nice. And what time do you get off work?
around 5 o'clock.
All around. Okay. Around 5 o'clock. Around 5 o'clock. Alrededor de around 5 o'clock. Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 p.m. or so. And then, so when do you work on your website? You set on time that you created at home. Where my wife and I, okay, let's listen.
Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 or so.
So when do you work on your website? You said one time that you created at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk until 10 o'clock. She then often reads while I work on my site, and I sometimes stay up until the early hours in the morning, but I try to finish everything by 1 or 2.
Okay, well, my wife and I watch TV. Well, my wife and I no idea? Okay.
Work on your website. You said one time that you created at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk.
My wife and I often. Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk until 10 o'clock. She then often reads while I work on my site and sometimes stay up until the hours of the morning. Okay, let's listen.
You said one time that you created at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk until 10 o'clock. She then often reads while I work on my site, and I sometimes stay up until the early hours in the morning, but I try to finish everything by 1 or 2.
Okay, while I work on my site and sometimes stay up until the no early hours of the morning. Early hours of the morning. Early hours of the morning. What is the meaning early hours of the morning? Early hours means like 1, 2, 3 a.m. How do you call that in Spanish? Madrugada. En la madrugada. Exactly. En la madrugada. Teacher, how do you say madrugada? Early hours of the morning. Or you can say early morning. Okay? Very good. Then it says, que me perdí aquí en el libro. Dice, okay. I sometimes stay up until the early hours of the morning, but I try to finish everything by 1 or 2. Then it says, okay. And then you get up at 5. Where? Yeah, but it's so important to live a balanced life. I enjoy what I do, but you have to set aside for your family yourself. Okay. Now let's listen.
Then you get up at 5 a.m.?
Well, yeah, but it's important to live a balanced life. I enjoy what I do, but you have to set aside time for family and yourself.
I agree.
Okay. Well, yeah, but it's important to live a balanced life. I enjoy what I do, but you have to set aside time for your family and yourself. I agree, said the woman. Okay, let's go ahead.
But I think my wife has the toughest job. She spends her whole day taking care of the family, taking the kids to school, working in the garden, buying groceries, taking the kids to piano lessons.
Wow.
That's a full-time job, but she enjoys what she does.
Well, it sounds like you're a busy but lucky man.
I think so too.
So what?
Okay, then it says, but I think my wife has the toughest job. Her whole day taking care of our family. She spends with S at the end. Spends. She spends her whole day taking care of our family, taking the kids to school, working in the garden, buying. No, buy. Okay. Buying
But you have to set aside time for family and yourself.
I agree.
But I think my wife has the toughest job. She spends her whole day taking care of the family, taking the kids to school, working in the garden, buying groceries, taking the kids to piano lessons.
Okay, buying
Grocery.
groceries. They mention like that because they are British. Groceries. Groceries like churritos, like caramelos, sweets. Groceries. Taking the kids to the piano lessons. Wow, that's a full time, but she enjoys what she does. Oh well, it sounds like you are a busy, but lucky man. I think so too. Okay, very good. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, let's listen again to the audio. Thank you. Okay, from the top. And focus on the vocabulary.
So, what's your usual day like? You always seem so busy.
Well, I usually get up around 5 a.m. and work on the computer until 6.
Why do you get up so early?
Well, I have to leave home at 20 to 7 so I can catch a bus at 7 o'clock. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk to the bus stop from my house.
And what time do you get to work?
My bus takes about an hour to get there, but it stops right in front of my office.
That's nice. And what time do you get off work?
Around 5 o'clock. Then we eat dinner around 6:30, and my wife and I read and play with the kids until 8 or so.
So when do you work on your website? You said one time that you created at home.
Well, my wife and I often watch TV or talk until 10 o'clock. She then often reads while I work on my site, and I sometimes stay up until the early hours in the morning, but I try to finish everything by 1 or 2.
And then you get up at 5 a.m.?
Well, yeah, but it's important to live a balanced life. I enjoy what I do, but you have to set aside time for family and yourself.
I agree.
But I think my wife has the toughest job. She spends her whole day taking care of the family, taking the kids to school, working in the garden, buying groceries, taking the kids to piano lessons.
Wow.
That's a full-time job, but she enjoys what she does.
Well, it sounds like you're a busy but lucky man.
I think so too.
Okay, good, very good. Okay, any question? No? Is it difficult so far, so good?
What does it set aside?
Set aside, what is it? Aquí está, esperen, es que aquí no lo tengo porque no puse todo. Okay, set aside, it's in the, déjame ver aquí, casi en la última, ¿va? Okay, so set aside time for your family and yourself. Okay, in this case, set aside means like alone, For example, when in the pandemic, you set aside to spend time with your family, right? Because you had the time. So set aside es como permitir, por decirlo así. What else? Toughest, no, tough. Sí, va. Dejo de compartir libro. Va, yo lo escribo aquí. The toughest, right? Okay, is this one. But I think my wife has the toughest job. Toughest means difficult in this case. Difficult. Because difficult is when something is hard. Tough, just tough is an adjective that means duro. Okay? But when you say toughest, el más duro trabajo. It's not like teacher, pero si yo digo eso, significa de que mi trabajo es de andar cargando piedras, de andar haciendo eso, lo otro. Entonces, en ese caso es difícil, mi trabajo más difícil. Ajá. Another one. No. Ajá.
Teacher, what is the big wall?
The whole day. The whole day. Yeah, whole day means todo. Todo. The whole day. Instead of saying old, you can say whole. The whole day. Mhm. What else? Stay up. What is the meaning of stay up? Stay up. That's happened to us when we drink coffee at night. What is the meaning of stay up? Mantenerse despierto o buen salvadoreño, ¿cómo se dice eso? Desvelarse. Desvelarse. Ajá. Get off. What is the meaning of get off? Más que todo son phrasal verbs. Get off means salir. It's not a good phrasal verb for you to say salir, but get off. O pueden decir como bajarse. For example, if you are in a public transportation, how do you say yo me subí al bus? Get on. Y bajarse, get off. But it can also, this word can be used like salir de trabajar. You can say that. Okay, good, very good. Okay, now we are going to do this reading. Oh my gosh, oh my God. Yes. That's the next thing, the next part that we are going to do. And then we are going to answer the following questions, okay? So we're going to go part by part, okay? Step by step. It says, reading the story of Helen Keller, the girl who could not see, hear, or speak. Okay, let's start. Catherine, let's start reading. I like here. Handicaps. Citizen. Okay. Next one. Daisy.
I must say that was not with Helen Keller when he was born. Her father and mother were very young, pretty babies. To try to say Papa and
Okay, thank you so much. Mauri.
For 19 months, Helen grew bigger and stronger. She was able to walk when she was 8 years old. She could say a few words.
Okay, thank you so much. Christopher. Here. eared, fared, eared, eared, with eared.
The child was ill. She must have been very ill for days. She was little with a fever and sweat. Parents learned that early was never be able to see a head.
And here again, okay? Okay, next one.
The little child was now
Doomed, doomed with it, doomed.
the little child was not doomed to a life of silence and
Silence.
darkness. She couldn't hear, what was said to her and didn't know how to talk.
She was unable.
She was unable to play with other children.
Children. Okay, very good. Catherine, again.
And then to Washington, and see again. The child was often used doctor they declared that they should go to the
Okay, child. Okay. Okay, next one, Daisy.
It was a wonderful day for him when Aunt Sullivan arrived in March
18.
1887
Okay.
to take care of the child. To school children, here not Helen was nearly 7 years old. Sullivan was
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Maury.
And Sullivan found a way to make herself understood. She gave the child and taking Helen Keller's hand, she slowly spent out to do it. The child learned for the first time that things must have names.
Okay, very good. Christopher.
So the word water,
No, just water.
the water from the pumps, like seas,
Mhm.
the child during the next month, she learned 300 words and put it in the channel.
Thank you so much. Next one, Casey.
Sullivan loved her people. Her
Pupil.
people,
Yeah, pupil.
her people, who was quite
Quick.
quick to learn. She lived with Ellen, played with her, and worked with her every hour of the day. By means of the hand language, Ellen and her teacher were able to talk to each other.
Ok, ahí lo va a decir junto. Each other.
Each
Each other.
other.
No, each other. Únala.
Each other.
Each other.
Each other.
Va, chévere. Katie. Printed. Typewriter.
like writer to write. He was
Okay. Daisy.
when Helen was in 10 years old. He was determined
Mhm.
that he would learn
Continue at first.
at first to learn only the sound of the letter of the alphabet. At first, he was able to say words and sentences.
Very good. Modi.
In the history of her life, Helen Keller writes, I shall never forget the surprise and delight felt when I used it. My first connected sentences, it is warm.
Okay. Christopher, at first. Develop. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Later.
Later, she was able to speak in front of names,
Large.
large crowds,
Came.
which came to her, hear her whenever she lectured.
Okay. And then it says at the age of 20. I'm going to read. At the end of, at the age of 20s, Helen Keller passed all the difficult entrance examinations to Radcliffe College. Helen did extremely well in her classes and was able to keep up with the other students. Helen wrote the story of my life while she was in college. In her writings and lectures, Helen did everything she could to help and encourage others who were blind. Okay, here we have a lot of vocabulary, guys. Okay, let's start from the top. Okay, vocabulary. First paragraph. Vocabulary. Handicaps is like, for example, when you are, como cuando se tiene como una discapacidad o una desventaja de hacer algo. For example, in my end, I had an accident and the doctor could operate my, I don't know, my leg because I hurt my leg. So that is a handicap for me. Como una desventaja, como una discapacidad. Ajá. What else? Citizen. Citizen. You are a citizen. They say citizen. Everybody here is a citizen. Also because you have the DUI. For example, ¿cómo se llama eso en español? Como ciudadano. That is a citizen. Ciudadano. Citizen. Everybody is a citizen. Okay, ajá. What else? Del primer párrafo, solamente eso. Yes, va. Overcome, what is the meaning of overcome? Vencer o superar. Ok. Pero superar no de, ay, teacher, superar a mi ex, no. Right? No, eso es otra cosa, ese es get over. Ok, pero superar es como vencer, en este caso, como vencer sus miedos o superar sus miedos, etc. Ok. I must say there was nothing wrong with Helen Keller when she was born. Her father and mother were very proud of their pretty baby who tried to say papa and mama. Okay. For 19 months, Helen grew bigger and stronger. She was able to walk when she was a year old. She could say a few words, but but one day the child fell ill. She must have been very ill. For days she was laid up with a high fever, and soon their parents learned that their darling would never be able to see and hear again. Okay, vocabulary. Okay, she was laid up. Laid up is like como acostada. Okay, o como nosotros decimos, ay, de ganado, something like that. Okay. For days, she was laid up with a high fever, and soon the parents learned that their darling would never be able to see and hear again. Okay. Next one, the little child was now doomed to a life of silence and darkness. She could not hear what was said to her and did not know how to talk. She was unable to play with other children. Doomed. Identifique. ¿Qué cree usted que significa doomed? The little child was now doomed to a life of silence and darkness. What do you think is doomed?
Como condenado.
Very good, como condenado o condenada. The little child was doomed to a life of silence. Condenada a una vida en silencio y oscuridad. Unable, you know, right? Unable is the opposite of able. Incapaz, okay. When Helen was 6 years old, her parents took her to Baltimore and then to Washington to famous doctors to find out if they could do something to make her hear and see again. But the doctors could do nothing. The child was hopelessly deaf. Dr. Bell said the carers that they should go to Perkin Institution for the Blind in Boston and ask if they could send someone to help the child. Okay, vocabulary. Hopelessly. Hope es esperanza. Hopelessly es sin esperanza. Okay, the child was hopelessly deaf. What is deaf? What is deaf? What is blind? Ciego. Deaf? Deaf? Sordo. Sordo. Deaf. Okay. It was a wonderful day for Helen Keller when Aunt Sullivan arrived in March 1887 to take care of the child who could neither hear nor speak. Helen was nearly 7 years old and Aunt Sullivan was past 20. Aunt Sullivan found a way to make herself understood. She gave the child a doll and taking Helen Keller's hands, she slowly spelled out doll. The child learned for the first time that things must have names. When Miss Sullivan later spelled into the little girl's hands the word water, and then let the water from the palms run over her hands, como que la derramó, okay? Run over her hands. A new light seems to brighten the face of the child. During the 3 next months, she learned 300 words and could even put some of them into sentences. Miss Sullivan loved her pupil, alumna, who was so quick to learn. She lived with Helen, played with her, and worked with her every hour of the day. By means of the hand language, Helen and her teacher were able to talk to each other. Okay. Vocabulary en los siguientes párrafos. Okay. Typewriter. Typewriter.
Es como un lenguaje.
And write it. The typewriter is, sí, el type, en este caso, typewriter, lo podemos decir que es como un modelo con el cual usted puede. Ajá, exacto. That is it. Yeah, but that is a typewriter. The typewriter es como el modelo, nada más, como la... Ay, ¿cómo digo eso? No, la guía de escritura. So we can say that. The typewriter to write what you wanted to say. Another vocabulary.
Listening,
Each other. We're able to talk each other. Entre sí mismos. O entre nosotros mismos, podemos decir. Each other. Ajá. What else? It says, in the story of her life, Helen Keller writes, I shall never forget the surprise and delight I felt when I uttered my first connected sentence. It was warm. What do you think is delight? I shall never forget the surprise and delight I felt. Delight is like lo vi, como decir como lo bien que yo me sentí. Okay. When I uttered my first connected sentence. Utter, it's similar like announced. Instead of saying I uttered, you can say I announced my first connected sentence. Develop, you know what means develop, right? Desarrollar, desarrollado. Okay. Now let's start. Activity 1. Answer the following questions. Can you do anything creative? Can you do anything creative? No? Example, it says, can you sing, dance, play a musical instrument, paint, draw, or write poetry? Name 3 things you might not do today. So, can you do anything creative? Creative, for example, you cook, right? So, can you do anything creative with the cook, with the food when you are cooking, when you cook? You don't know? Try it, right? Okay, can you do anything creative with your hands, with, I don't know. Can you do anything creative? No? No? Okay, you can't. Okay. For example, can you sing, dance, play a musical instrument, paint, draw, or write? Draw. Write poetry, como poesía. Name 3 things you might not do today. So right now, I need you to write 3 things you might not do today. Okay, you might not do today. For example, I might not take a shower. Really? Oh, that's why it's the smell, right? No, I might not have lunch. I might not see my boyfriend. I'm kidding. Okay, I might not say hello to my mother. Okay, so name 3 things you might not do today. Okay, finished? Yes. Vale, checo el libro. Mauri, ¿me mandas el libro? Bueno, el
Yeah.
contenido que tienes completado, ¿verdad? El libro no, porque el libro, ¿cómo se va a mandar? Ajá. Okay. Now, let's go ahead with the next question, okay? This is just for you to discuss, okay? It says, what could the opposite sex do to make your life easier? Oh my gosh. Okay, girls and boys. Okay, so we know that girls have some problems with boys because they sometimes are not agree, okay, each other. So opinions about ladies and opinions about men, right? Okay, so what could the boys do to make life easier? What do you think? Ay, no, teacher, es que si le tira indirecta, no me entiende. I don't know. So, for example, you can say, fíjate, papá, que vi un teléfono bien bonito allá en tal parte y me gustó. Indirecta, comprámelo. Right? Right? Pero los chicos no entienden. Los hombres no entienden. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. What could the opposite sex do to make your life easier? Que no sean tóxicas las mujeres, ¿verdad? Ajá. ¿Verdad? ¿Verdad que sí? Ay, no, teacher, dice Mauri, es que las mujeres se complican por todo se pelean. Si anda la misma chamarra, no, qué barbaridad. Mejor se la quita porque no quiere andar igual.
Siempre.
Right? It's true. Girls complicated. You are so complicated. I'm complicated. Right? Okay. Now, what do you think? What could the opposite sex do to make your life easier? What do you think? It's difficult, right? Es que él no me entiende.
They should live to chat with.
Okay.
With too many friends.
So for you, the men should have to, they should stop.
Start to chat with.
Oh, girls. Many girls. Especially girls. That's true, guys. Así que agarre consejo. Right? We're younger. Okay? Okay, that's for you. Katie, what do you think? Okay, the boy should have, okay, okay, no, the boy shouldn't be toxic. Okay, in which ways? What? Like prohibitions. But that's the same with girls because if you imagine that boyfriends or friends imagine that you say, hey, pay attention to me. Yes, if he is watching TikTok or something else, and then he's talking and you are watching TikTok, I mean, it's the same, right? Because you are saying, okay, try not to do this, but you do the same. So, como que no compaginamos, right? Okay, so prohibitions, for you, prohibitions. Okay, what do you think about girls, friends, mother, cousins, but ladies? You don't know. You don't care about it. Okay, yeah, you are a baby. Yeah, that's why. Espérese, quiero ver. 5 años más. 5 años más. Okay, JC.
Okay. I think the girl should
Trauma.
drama
Ay, las chicas por todos hacen drama, no te preocupes. For anything, yes. No, pero es que no, es que este es azul y a mí me gusta el rojo, pero es el mismo. Y es del mismo sabor. No, pero es que yo el rojo quería. Okay, anyway. Okay, Mauri, what's your opinion about?
Okay,
What?
I think that she should be more communicated with the couple.
First of all, yes.
Yeah, because sometimes she had a problem with something or someone, and she only se lo guardan.
Keep it.
Keep it inside, and she not did nothing.
Okay. Yes, and that's true because women wants that boys know everything. And remember, that if you don't say what you really want to boys, they are not going to do it. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Because if I say I'm hungry, ya es tarde, la verdad. Si quieres, nos vamos para la casa. I'm saying that I'm hungry. ¿Qué está diciendo la chica? Ay, que tiene hambre, que quiere que le invites. Pero ella no te va a decir, invítame a comer.
Why not?
I don't know, girls are like that.
You are a girl.
I'm a girl, that's why I'm telling you.
But
That's why I'm
tell
telling
me
you.
something.
Yeah, for example, imagine that I said, okay, fíjate que la vez pasada que fui a Metrocentro, Vi unos zapatos high heels que son bien bonitos, pero son bien caros. Y fíjate que no tengo pisto. ¿Qué quiere decir? Ahí te los pago después, no existe. Cuando son copos, no existe. You see? So girls are like that. I don't know why. And they are very selfish too with the other girls.
Yeah.
Why? Because boys don't care about what they wear. For example, you can wear the same shirt like him. Okay, and it's a, hey, nice shirt. Hey, yes, it's cool, right? But if I wear the same dress like Catherine, I say, oh my God, I bought the same dress like her. What can I tell you? Girls are like that. Nosotros nos complicamos por todo, chicos. Lastimosamente dicen las chicas. Dramáticas. Dramáticas. Anyway, what can I do? Exactly, yes. O sea, cuando se casen y tengan hijos, especialmente niñas, van a ver. Exactly. Okay, next one. What are some things you should have done last week but you didn't? Watching the classes, doing the homeworks. Okay. Okay. What are some things you should have done last week but you didn't do it?
Okay, in my case, I should have done my homework.
Should have done your homework. Okay.
And watch the video.
Okay, of the classes like Maori, right? Okay, just that? Okay, in my opinion, I think that I should have cleaned my bedroom, but I didn't because I forgot it and I had a lot of things to do. And also I should have watched my clothes, but I forgot it too because first of all, I didn't stay at home, and also because my sister used the washing machine and I couldn't do it because she was in her vacations. Okay. What about you, Mauri? What are some things you should have done last week but you didn't?
I should have watched the videos of the last class because I didn't take it, but I didn't.
Mauri?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you repeat again? Because I think it was not working, the connection.
Okay. My case, I should have watching the videos of the last class in the classroom, but I didn't. And last night I tried to watch it, but I can't.
Or I couldn't.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't.
Okay, very good. Catherine, what about you? Cooked. Okay. And you didn't? You did? You didn't? Okay. What about you, Daisy?
I should go to change the
I should have the cross. Yeah, cross. Okay. And you didn't go to the graveyard. Graveyard. Okay, good. Mister? You forgot it. Yeah, those are lazy. Yeah, that's true. Okay, next one. What must you do in order to get a driver license? So what must you do in order to get a driver license? Ajá. In order to, para obtener. In order to get. Okay. Okay, what else? What do you think? Because besides doing the exams. Uh-huh. Okay. I can drive, but but I would like to drive. And I think the first thing I must do is to learn how to drive, because that is important. If imagine that I get my driver license and I cannot drive, it's ugly, especially in women. I don't know why people say that women cannot drive, but I have known girls that drive motorcycles, ninja motorcycles, pickups, girls that drive pickups, standard, and I say, what? Yes. Okay. What do you think? What? The 18 years. Okay, yeah, that's the principal thing. What do you think? What must you do in order to get a driver license? Drivers? Okay, very good. Next one, what could you do to make your life more exciting? Why don't you do it? Girls, because we love doing drama. Okay. What could you do to make your life more exciting? Okay, what I could do to make my life more exciting is to practice extreme sports, because I love it. I think that's the most exciting thing that I could do. Okay, why don't you do it? Okay, I don't do it because first of all, I don't have money. Second one, because my grandparents probably they are going to get angry because if I do that. And that's it. Okay, what could you do to make your life more exciting, Mauri?
I think that I I could do to make my life more excited if I could speak fluency in English or other language.
Okay, if you could speak other languages.
Yeah,
Okay. And why don't you do it?
because I don't have a time.
Okay, you don't have time. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay, Christopher, what could you do to make your life more exciting? Nothing. Why not? Oh my gosh. Okay, JC? Taking? Taking, you can say bakery classes or you can say pastry classes. Pastry or bakery classes.
But
I don't do it.
I do it.
I don't have. You don't have time. Okay. Daisy? My life.
My life, my time. I should save money.
Okay.
Should save money, and I should save myself.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And what do you work at home? Hágame un descuento. Pero en Multiplaza ya no hay, ¿verdad? En Multiplaza, ok. Hi. Okay, good. Lady? I can't go out to the country. Why not? Your, with her. Exactly. Yeah, because the next year you are going to be 18, right? That's okay, that's why. Okay. Okay, next one it says, name 2 things that you couldn't do last year that you can do this year. I couldn't I couldn't celebrate my birthday, but this year I can't. I will celebrate my birthday. Okay. I couldn't visit my family, and now I can't. I will do it. Okay, now what about you? Name 2 things that you couldn't do last year that you can do this year. Mauri, let's start with you.
why me? Okay. I couldn't travel to Guatemala last year because we have a quarantine.
Okay. Just that?
Yeah,
Okay. But would you like to travel to Guatemala on December? In December?
in December,
Yes.
not.
No? Okay.
In my case, I couldn't go to the gym,
I couldn't go to the gym.
and also I couldn't.
Okay. Now?
And now,
Go to the gym? That's a big question. Do you go to the gym?
no. The next year is possible.
Sí, eso puede ser. Ajá. No, okay.
And in November,
We will cover next. Okay. Things that you couldn't do last year and you can do this year. Everything, right? Okay. In my case, I couldn't go to the east. Okay, I couldn't go to the east. To pay my family back. I couldn't do it. Okay. Yes. Here I go to the school. I couldn't go to the beach. Yeah, that's beautiful. I haven't gone to the beach yet, but I would like to go. When? I don't know. Probably the next year. Okay. Okay, esas dos opiniones finales, okay? How would you ground your children if they misbehave? Mal portados. Mal portados. Exactly. Yes. Okay. You ground means like ¿se lo va a castigar o no? How would you ground your children if they misbehave? Okay. So guys, it's time to present your homework. Vaya, las páginas finales que le hacen falta del libro, recuerda completarlas, ¿ok? Until page number 40. Page number 46, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, página número 46. 46. ¿Ok? Vaya, las estaría esperando para esta semana. ¿Ok? Las páginas que les hacen falta. Las páginas del workbook, si no me equivoco, creo que ya las completaron, ¿verdad? ¿Ok? Vale, chévere. Vamos a...